Yeah, this is good. This is good. Thanks. Right. Mark is one of our chaplains here, and he's going to tell you a little about the men's program.
And this is James McGowan, another one of our chaplains, and Robert Richards, another one of our chaplains.
Hi.
Thanks so much for coming, folks. Just like to share a little bit with you about the men's New Life Residential Rehabilitation Program here. I want to start off by saying that all the services provided here are provided free of charge to those that we serve, and we're so grateful to the Lord for that, because ultimately it comes from Him. He works through people and organizations to make that possible, and that really maximizes the access of services for the folks, because many wouldn't be able to afford any kind of charge if one were assessed. So thanks be to God for that. The overarching purpose of the Men's New Life Residential Rehabilitation Program is to honor Jesus Christ and show His love to the men who come into the program. And there are a number of purposes related to that. One being introducing residents to the person and the work and the teachings of Jesus Christ as presented in the Bible. Another being encouraging residents to place their faith in Jesus Christ as their Savior. And another is helping residents learn to follow Jesus Christ as Lord, relying on His power and cooperating with Him in the process, following in obedience, and applying His biblical blueprint for godly living and overcoming the negative and sometimes destructive issues that have tended to dominate their lives. And then finally, helping residents to make a successful transition back out into the community as productive, godly citizens who are maintaining sobriety and maintaining church involvement, maintaining employment if they can work, managing money properly, and reconciling with family if that's something that's needed and possible. So those are the key purposes of the program, and there's a specific structure and content to the program that supports those purposes. The program has two main parts. One is the biblical studies part of the program, and that's housed here at 10 Mill Street. This is an alcohol-free and drug-free facility, because a lot of the guys who come in have had or do have issues with substance abuse and addiction, and so they need to be in an environment where that stuff isn't circulating as a temptation. The biblical studies part of the program, these are the ingredients. We have daily Bible classes. We have individual biblical counseling and counseling homework. We have Bible memorization. We have individual prayer time and group prayer meetings. We have chapel services. We have weekly church attendance. We have house chores, daily house chores, which are important for helping the house to function properly, and also help to foster a sense of responsibility and teamwork. And that is particularly beneficial to a lot of guys here. We also have an academic portion of the biblical studies part of the program, which is the Learning Center, which is right in here, and in a few minutes you'll hear in more detail about that from Diane Cabrera, who coordinates it. It focuses on vocabulary, reading, writing, mathematics, computer literacy, and wherever a man's at in those areas, that's where he starts and builds from there. All needs are met. All basic needs are met lodging, 3 meals a day, clothing, basic medical care, and outside referrals as needed are all provided here. And then the other major part of the Men's New Life residential program is the transitional living part of the program. And that can last up to 12 additional months after the biblical studies part of the program is completed. It's housed over at our Taylor Street facility, which is northeast of here, still in Springfield, about 2 miles from here. And that's also a drug and alcohol-free facility for the same reasons, at least the transitional living part of it. And it provides interim housing and food before making the full transition out to independent living. And a number of guys have found that to be very helpful to them. The individual biblical counseling continues there. The church attendance required continues there. There's help with job searches. There is help, there's financial accountability with an emphasis on saving earnings and spending wisely. Also just an overall accountability to maintain a faithful Christian walk there. We also have graduation once a year, and that's really in a lot of ways to highlight the capstone of the work that's done here. Actually, one's coming up on May 3rd over at Pioneer Valley Christian Academy. That's just a month away. I warmly invite you to come. It's really uplifting to the guys graduating, but also to the other folks who come. I mean, everybody gets uplifted at those. They're fantastic. A man has to meet certain requirements in order to graduate. He has to complete the 12-month biblical studies part of the program. Also has to spend a minimum of 3 months beyond that in the transitional phase successfully. And what I mean by successfully is stays clean and sober, maintains church involvement, maintains employment, manages money properly, and just in general maintains a faithful Christian walk.